Welcome back to another episode of What's New. It's your girl EbonyAmrocz. I got Arizona Ron on the line, of course. Ron, how are you doing today, hun?
I'm doing excellent, doing very excellent. What's good? What's good out there? It's your boy.
Yeah, all the energies, and of course we got my homegirl, NeNe.
I almost forgot my name there. Hello.
I was about to call you Brittany, but I'm like, NeNe Hurd. Well, y'all, we got a lit episode for y'all today. So we just want to kind of give a shout out to the fucking city of pop culture, Detroit, of course. Like, we really run a lot of shit here. And we just wanted to kind of expose y'all to some of the things that we have going on. So today we're going to be chatting with Kevin Nichols. We'll kind of be giving you a view of how the city is, different perspectives and things that we can work on. Because, as a community, we just got to do this shit together at the end of the day for us all to win. So definitely a lit episode. So I just want to kind of talk to my co-host today about how y'all feel about the D. Like, what's some things that y'all feel that we kind of own as Detroit? Like, for instance, I feel like we have like a different energy. Like, Detroit just comes different. Our energy is different. You kind of give off those real vibes. And I feel like we easily vibe with everybody, but you cross us, that might be another vibe you really don't want to see. What are some things y'all feel like Detroit is kind of known for?
We are a city known for being hustlers.
Oh, for sure.
Everybody you talk to in the city, they got some type of hustle, or some type of, side hustle, or, some type of come up they trying to get on, or they own. So, Detroit is a city full of hustlers because, opportunity is limited. So, you got to make the best of every opportunity that you get.
Hell yeah.
We definitely known for style,
I'm so happy you pointed that the fuck out.
Everybody in our city, you know what I'm saying? When you walk in, you're going to see about 30 or 40 niggas with buffs and Cardis on.
Hell yeah. We just got it.
Here, you know what I'm saying? And
what's the movement, though, behind the buffs? Like, I feel like a lot of people don't understand that.
Cartier's been just a thing that people wear here since forever. The drug dealers been wearing them. And, at one point, excuse me, this water. At one point, everybody was, wearing the wires with the C's. That was the thing to have with the Cartier watch. And then it went from Cartier C's to, the platinum wires with the C's, with the metal C's.
Hell yeah.
Then it went from that to, cats wearing woods with the platinum C's, cherry woods. And then it went
from the cherry boys. They was snatching them bitches.
Yeah. Okay. And it went from the cherry woods to the all-white Buffies. All-white Buffies got the hoes want to fuck me. You hit the play, dancing them.
So funny shit is my cousin got some, I don't know where the fuck he probably stole these bitches back in the day though, but he had me
incriminating.
I'm just saying, they don't know who he is, but he for sure had me paint them bitches all white and add some cubic zirconiums on the frame so they can look real, bro. We really did that shit so they could look real. Them bitches was fake as hell.
Well, I mean, I could talk about the city itself. I would say one for sure is our fashion. Two for sure is our confidence. I love when you go out of town. I don't know if it's a good thing or a bad thing, especially like because we're in, Michigan, Detroit. We're right next to Chicago. And then like if you go to Chicago, people be like, you from the city, ain't you? You from Detroit, ain't you?
Yeah.
And they be like, how is it? I remember I went and this guy was like, oh, you from Detroit? I'm like, yeah, what up though? Like, what's going on? Like giving him the eye, like, nigga, don't try no shit.
Right.
Don't try no shit.
Calm the fuck down.
Shit. But he was like, nah. He was like, how is it there? He was like, you be feeling safe when you there? I was like, nigga, do you feel safe here?
Right,
like, excuse me.
I hate that. I hate when people do that. Like, Detroit is just a fucking worst city, and I feel like it's really the media. Like, they blow shit out of proportion. And not to say that we don't have crime here, but I feel like every city has crime. Like a lot of shit be going on. You feel me? It's just not Detroit. And I feel like they paint us to, you know, have that kind of nasty taste. Like, oh fuck no, I can't fuck with Detroit. Or if I go to Detroit, I'm gonna get robbed. Like, it's bad in every city got a place. Like,
right.
No, you just can't get caught lacking or be green. You know what I'm saying?
No. You can't be out here
caught lacking. You know what I'm saying? Somebody will get knocked, but I feel like that's anywhere.
Yeah,
you know
exactly.
If you green, you know what I'm saying? You gonna get caught lacking anywhere. So,
that's true.
That is so fucking true.
So I don't care if I go to the whitest of the whitest state. It's killers and criminals everywhere, B. I'm not trying to let nobody get down on me.
Hell yeah, I heard if you go to New York, one of them crackheads is steal your fucking hot dog off. Like,
crackheads is steal your fucking hot dog. Think them niggas walk past rats.
They'll steal any fucking thing in New York. That's what I heard. So I just feel like, damn, why Detroit get the bad rep so much? Like,
I think everything has its negative connotation with it, but I think for us, it's more because that's the only thing publicized. Now you think about how people came to know us. You came to know us from like General Motors, cars,
Motown.
Then people went into talking about Motown, the music, and then once Motown left and all we had is cars, that's not much to talk about. It's just like, now what is this? I just think our city in particular has never got an opportunity to evolve in a way to the point where it can be comfortable all over. When you go downtown Detroit, it's a tourist spot. It's like people who are not from here love being down there in most cases because it feels safe.
Right.
I mean, and downtown is right there in them outer skirts of the city,
exactly,
where you can get shot and everything
else.
But now, I will say people be talking about how the city's so bad, but downtown it became no better. I feel like it didn't got worse, but needless to say, I feel like it has so much culture, from the food to like, of course, our music. I feel like it's so many underground rappers, singers that haven't got their opportunity yet, but it's so much talent that is here. It just
absolutely
needs to be embraced.
Oh my God. Yes.
And it needs to have the ability to grow. Like, you think about like Queen Naja. I remember I seen her singing down at Greektown Casino on Monroe Street on the Strip, and I was like, who is this girl? Now you look, this bitch is like one of the most famous bitches out of here.
Yeah, but we got the talent for sure. We got the uniqueness, we got the talent, we got the work ethic, we got everything that we need. But one thing in Detroit, I mean, I kind of feel like it's kind of dog eat dog sometimes. Like, if I tell you what my secret is, you gonna win before me, and I don't want to see that. That's the kind of vibe I get when it comes to like networking and shit within the city sometimes. So I feel like that could be one of our biggest downfalls. But outside of that though, when we work together, nigga, like, it's just a different type of force. You feel me? Like, we come in Detroit versus everybody. Period.
Okay.
Period.
So you feel passionate about that.
I do. I fuck with my city.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, I think the city is evolving. I just think, if you're not from here, if you're on the outside looking in, you won't see it. I mean, if you live in, like, if you're from like Atlanta, you know what the deal is. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you're from Atlanta or Chicago, you kind of know what the deal is. But like, if you're from like Cali, you ain't really, you know about Detroit. You know how we get down. We ain't soft. But if you're from like, just like the suburbs, whatever, you ain't gonna really know how the city is evolving. It's a lot of good here. It's a lot of, there are some job opportunities that's opening up. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
A lot of stuff that's going on downtown that's beautiful. There's a lot of beautiful neighborhoods. You know what I'm saying? And there's things to do outside of downtown Detroit that, in the surrounding areas of like, Royal Oak and Dearborn and stuff like that. I just
Side note, I'm going to the Rage Room tomorrow, guys. I can't wait.
Yeah, so we got stuff that's evolving around the city. That's a good look for the city too, but people just it's not shown to the media. You know what I'm saying?
It's absolutely not. But we really do.
Because when you think of Detroit, you think of violence and all this and that. And don't get me wrong, you go into the wrong area, shit can go down, you know. But one thing about Detroit, I will say, one thing about Detroit, I will say, if you don't fuck with nobody, they ain't gonna fuck with you.
They ain't gonna fuck with your ass.
You know,
mind your motherfucking business.
Yeah, but if you get the popping off at that mouth, niggas gonna be on your head top. Niggas gonna be on your ass.
Absolutely.
If you come here being respectful, because one thing about Detroit, you know, when people come to our city, we want to show them a good time. You know, we want to show them that, you know, Detroit is more than just, you know, buffs and all that, you know, and, you know, crime and all that shit, you know. We want to show people a good time, but if you come here being disrespectful,
I don't know.
Off with your head.
I don't know.
So.
Yeah, but I feel like that you absolutely made a point. Like that's, you know, it's shit everywhere, and we do got a lot of positive shit going on to the city. We got a lot of young Black entrepreneurs coming out of Detroit right now. So shout out to all the young Black entrepreneurs doing their motherfucking thing. We got a lot of real estate going on in Detroit, flipping houses, you know. Of course, we have one of the major, biggest mortgage companies in the heart of downtown Detroit. So, you know, we just got a lot of positivity going on, and they are doing a lot to also help the community as far as like with back taxes and things to make sure that, you know, homeowners are, you know, able to keep their value of their property up. So it's not like, you know, shit not moving around here, and I just hate that stigma. So that's why we wanted to do this episode today. I'm excited, y'all. I'm excited about this episode.
In my city, we say, "What up, though? What up, though?"
What is some phrases
shit? Oh, go ahead.
I was gonna say, what are some phrases that you think are just Detroit oriented? You got "What up, though"? What else? Like some phrases.
Then a month.
I feel like Mo. Like, what up, Mo? Y'all ain't never heard that?
No, you from? I don't know.
It's up there.
It's up there.
It's up there.
Yeah.
Like
Cardi B saying it was up if it's stuck.
I realized like
Urpin. Y'all remember Urpin? Like, bro, you Urpin. Y'all don't remember that?
I remember my little cousin saying that, but
yeah,
I was around some hood niggas. I don't know.
I mean, like
around some young hood niggas.
Yeah, like a play. That you good can mean
for sure. For sure.
Are you good?
Things here.
I feel like for sure.
Hey,
you good?
You good? Oh, what's up? You good?
You know, you smoke with somebody, you good? You know, you see somebody, you good? You know,
it could be like, are you all right? You good?
Yeah, you know.
You want to fight? You good?
Right, like
you know.
You want to fight?
You know, set the play. Being green, you know what I'm saying?
I ain't never heard of being green.
Yeah. You never heard being green?
No, I never heard that. What that mean?
So it's a few things. It's just you say subconsciously because you know you don't realize it. Like, you know what I'm saying? There's a lot of shit that we say here that you say subconsciously that, you know, a lot of people don't really get from other cities.
Being green, spin. Don't spin. Spin, I for sure feel like came from the
don't spin you.
Don't spin.
Scared of you.
Not scared. I'm scared of you.
Scared of you.
That's what you gotta know. That's what you gotta know. That for sure came from Detroit.
You know, cold. Like, damn, that shit cold as hell. It could be.
Yeah.
Damn, it's like it's really cold as hell, or
when they used to say fooling.
No, you fool.
You fooling. Or that's crazy. That crazy could be a conversation ender. It could be like, dang, I'm blown away, or
right.
You know, I'm shocked, or it could also just be like, damn, I'm really not understanding how you not getting me. Like, damn, that's crazy how you just don't understand what I'm saying right now. Like,
beyond me.
It's beyond me.
Or it's beyond me. Like, it's a lot. You know, it's just a lot that we got here in our crazy little city.
Our little world. what's some fashionable things that came from Detroit? So we talked about buffs, number one on the fucking list. Y'all remember Shirley's though? I was talking to somebody about this shit. I was watching BMF this weekend, and and my dog had on the Shirley. I'm like, oh, them bitches used to sell like hotcakes back in the day.
Shirley, first.
That's a Detroit thing though. People ain't up on Shirley. Them bitches is like hotcakes.
Detroit niggas, Gators.
Gators.
Oh,
when we talk about style,
Gators, you know what I'm saying?
When we talk about style, that's it.
Furs. Furs was
definitely
furs for sure.
Furs niggas still might, your auntie or your cousin might bust out a fur on you. You know what I'm saying? They get it like.
But we started that shit for sure.
Yeah. And I mean, y'all ladies, with the hair, Detroit is like the hair.
Of course, the hair, period. Nobody's hair game. I don't give a fuck. People say, Atlanta, you feel me? Atlanta got the hair game. No, fuck that. I feel like a lot of people from Detroit moved to Atlanta. That's the only reason why.
I feel like every city that I've been to, the women do not have the upkeep like
Detroit bitches.
Detroit do. Like, I done been like other cities, like from the way they dress to the way they act to the way they customize the nails and the hair. I could swear, when I was in Atlanta, in Vegas, I seen so many chicks from Detroit, like, oh, you from Detroit? And they be like, damn, how you know? I'm like, girl, I can tell by the nails, the
hair, the swoops,
all
the
that
baby hair.
All that, the baby hairs for sure, like all
the
that
sleekness.
Shit.
That shit for sure came from us.
I feel like you can tell the Detroit niggas, like Detroit niggas stick out like sore thumbs anyway. But like Detroit,
why you feel that way though?
Because I feel like
the demeanor.
Like one thing I heard like about like when I was in Vegas, everybody was like, "Oh yeah, you from Detroit," and I was like, "Wow," they was like, "You just got this arrogant type of feel about you." I was like, "Damn, for real."
People do think that. That's true.
And it was like Detroit motherfuckers just arrogant, like y'all niggas just move with this type of like y'all intimidate this. I'm like, damn, for real?
Really? I hear that.
And it's because we be on guard all the time. Because niggas ain't don't let nobody play with you. Don't let nobody try to get one up on you. So we be up here peeping the show when people be up here just out here just partying, living that life. You gotta mind your surroundings. Nigga, somebody bump into me.
Absolutely.
Nigga, that can be a couple of different ways. It could be an accident. It can happen. It could be a nigga trying to pickpocket you. It can happen. It could be a pervert trying to get a squeeze or something. I don't know. Nigga, I'm gonna look. What's up?
Hell yeah, but nah, you just don't want people to play with you. So I feel like, and then I don't know, maybe it's not just that, but also it's just because like we think more realistic. I feel like for instance, I went to Atlanta to visit my brother one time, and this nigga had at least 7 bitches in the bar with him. Like 7. Them bitches cheering.
Last time you went to Atlanta, what you tell me? What you say?
Oh, that about the dudes?
Yeah.
That the dudes they be saying they sexually fluid?
No.
No.
You talking about some? No, not that. No. The one that's saying it is like a high. And this, my friend told me this, and he's a gay man. And he said it's a lot of gay people down here. He was like, but it's more gay men than like a lot of like just straight lesbian women. So he's like, straight men, they'll see a woman and they'll be able to approach her and something like that. And it becomes more so like, it's like what is it? One of them, 1 to 5. So they be out there on their player shit type shit.
Yeah. So
but I think it's one thing that y'all did miss about Detroit, and I'm kind of ashamed of y'all.
Hold on. So let me finish telling my story. So he had about 7 bitches literally toasting to each other, right? So I'm in this bitch like he playing it off smooth as fuck, like smooth, right? So I'm thinking to myself like, nigga, if you ever tried that shit in the city, bitches is gonna be on your ass. Ain't no way you about to get away. Like these bitches just so gullible down here. Like it's a difference. You would never pull that shit off.
My sister, when she went to Tennessee State, they were just like, dog, Detroit, like all the dudes used to tell her, like, all the girls from Detroit is just intimidated. like y'all just be like hard to approach because y'all really just be on y'all shit like that. Like y'all just got that type of demeanor.
I agree, though. We are some beautiful Black queens. We got some rugrats too, but most of them.
For sure. But that's one thing that y'all forgot to mention. I'm very disappointed in y'all.
Shit, what is it?
Y'all forgot to say about entertainment, dancing. How many dance crazies have came out of here? How many people do be ballroom and jit and stuff like that?
Hell
that's part of our culture too.
That's a big one for sure.
Or skating, like when y'all go see the old school players out here roller skating, dude 70 out here getting it.
We for sure got a group too that's dedicated to like skating. They coded that shit like nothing I would ever be able to do.
And I'm going skating tomorrow. I said I wanted to start doing something every weekend before I got too fucking cold.
I feel it. We go back on shit down.
Just go. I doubt it.
And we can't forget about the number one staple that we love here. It's the number one killer. Coney Island.
Coney Island. Ain't nobody fucking with Coney.
Right.
Ain't nobody fucking with Coney.
I've never been so fortunate to have a Coney Island until you start traveling.
Yeah.
Realize that them bitches
that shit, they don't have none of that.
Yeah, like they got Waffle Houses and shit, but we like.
But that's like the South. It depends on where you're going. The South had like Waffle Houses, but.
Yeah, but like West Coast, you know what I'm saying? I don't have no Conies out there.
Hell no.
You know, Texas, Chicago, like, I ain't gonna lie. You don't really realize how much you miss a Coney Island until you in a different city.
Man.
That's my cousin now.
Drinking, and you like, damn, I'm hungry as hell. What do I eat? It ain't no Coney Island to go to at 1:30, 2 o'clock in the morning.
My cousin,
man, sick.
My cousin, they live in Indiana and Ohio. Every time they come back to the city, every couple of months, first thing we gotta do, dog, we gotta go to the Coney, dog. We gotta go get some chili cheese fries. We gotta get some chili cheese fries, dog. Yeah, tell them I want squeeze cheese. I don't want that sliced shit.
Absolutely.
Please, you know what I'm saying? And tell them give me a Kool-Aid while they at it. Matter of fact, give me a pop. Give me what kind of pop they got?
They got the cake for you. They coming with the cake too, the desserts, the little pastries and shit.
Right, because where can you go where you really getting the breakfast? You can get some dinner with steaks and stuff. Right. Then you can get hamburgers. Oh my God, I went
chili cheese fries. I had some of them bitches this morning. Ooh.
Man, what? That shit is lit. Like you go out of town and you be like, y'all ain't got nothing open, everything closed up. What?
Y'all ain't got no chili cheese fries in this bitch?
You take Coney Island for granted, man. Better Made, Fago, all that.
Oh my God, wait. They chicken salad from Coney Island, bro.
Yeah,
listen.
Take that shit for granted, man.
Real chicken pitas. Oh my God, I'm getting one tonight.
You take for granted, man. Like you take your Coney Island for granted.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
Big ups to all the Coney Islands, whatever. I'm gonna shout out my favorite Coney Island, 6 Mile of Schaefer. What up, though?
I swear though, you did have like Coney Islands in the hood that was like yo Coney Island. Like I ain't fucking with nobody, just no random Coney Island. Like it got to be my Coney Island.
It used to be.
You got your favorite. You got like a top 5 rundown of Coney Island.
It was hell yeah.
It was like because it was like a top 3 for me. Like
Joseph's, that's on East Jefferson and Connors. You got what you got? What is that? 7 Mile of Hayes, Coney Times. You got it's the one on Cherish. It's the one right there off of I think it's Ryan, 7 Mile and Ryan or something. It's a good one. And then Zorba's over here on Gunston.
Zorba's.
Let me just, for the people that's not from Detroit and that's ever gonna visit, look, don't fall in that trap of National and American Coney Island downtown. Don't let them white people trick y'all.
Fool you.
Please don't.
Thinking that they Coney Islands, but they not Coney Islands.
Like they Coney Islands, but it's like they don't be hitting the same.
Come to the trenches. It's gonna look like a dead body out. Might be inside somewhere. Don't be scared.
It's worth it.
It's worth it.
Feel like you about to get robbed.
Risk it.
It's
no
worth
life
it.
whatever.
Risk
to
it.
get some of that good ass food. So don't be scared, but don't fall into the trap of American International. Them ain't real. That ain't.
It ain't.
My off-brand Coney Islands. They just downtown.
Please don't, because you're gonna be mad as hell. You're gonna be like, this shit ain't even hitting. What is
it? Ain't that you gonna be like, it ain't hitting like that, but whoo boy, you go to a fucking hood Coney Island.
Anybody, if you really from Detroit and you fuck with Coney Island heavy, you gonna become the Gordon Ramsay of fucking Coney Island. Like,
no, for real though.
What the fuck is this?
No, for real though.
Like, what is this? What the fuck is this? Where you go to get this shit? Oh, I went to National Coney Island. On where?
Or you fuck with no Leos shit and the cheese ain't
fuck with no
fully
Leos either. Don't fuck with no Leos. If you
I
fuck
can't
with the Nikki D's, fuck with the Nikki D's, you good.
I can't lie though, I do be fucking with Leos though.
Leos is good, but it ain't.
It's overpriced, and it's not.
Leos,
it ain't that hood.
I don't know.
It ain't that hood delicacy.
That's true. It ain't the same, but that it's like the next best to me. I fuck with it.
I mean, I fuck with it over American International, but I used to hate when people be like American International. I'm like, neither. The fuck?
Them hard ass fries they come out with.
Neither.
She said the bread is hard.
The chicken, the wingdings, watery or
soft.
No.
Or chewy. I don't like when the wingdings be rubbery and shit. Like,
Yeah.
Go ahead, give me your best Coney Island order. Tell me how you say it.
Ooh, that shit sounds good right now too.
If you do, I'm getting one after the show. You be like, hey, let me get a 10-piece wingding dinner, all drums fried hard, or some people like all flat. Let me get some. You gotta have a combo for it.
All right, y'all. So welcome back to What's New. And today we wanted to kind of give a shout out to our city. We're doing some major things here, and Detroit is super dope, but we have some opportunities as well. So I wanted to bring on a great close friend of mine, brother from another mother, K Nix. Hi, Kevin. How are you today?
What's up, everybody? I'm good. How are you?
Good.
Thank you for joining us. We appreciate it.
Thanks for having me. I'm glad to be being interviewed today.
Yes.
Well, I think we should ask, who is K Nix? Like, tell us who you are and what you are about.
Yeah.
Well, my name is originally Kevin Nichols, born and raised in the city of Detroit, East Side. Right, exactly. And yeah, just currently, graduated from Martin Luther King Junior High School, class president. And then I went to Michigan State, graduated there back in 2018 as well. Got my degree in communications, and now I am currently working for one of the largest lenders in the nation in their communications department. So right now I'm just, learning, growing, and, trying to do this thing called adulting. So
right.
We didn't sign up for this. This ain't what I signed up for, adulting. I just wanted to stay up past 12 and eat cookies and shit. And now it's paying bills. So
exactly.
Where was the disconnect in communication about becoming an adult? Okay. I'm not feeling it.
Yeah, and that's another conversation really for a different day, because we definitely weren't prepared or properly equipped to deal with, adult shit. So
absolutely fucking not.
Unfortunately, we doing the best we can, what we was given. So
true. And I feel like that's the dope thing about kind of like being from Detroit, is that we kind of know how to take shit for what it is and make an opportunity out of it. Like we kind of got that finesse.
Make the best of what we got. So
that Detroit hustle for sure.
That finesse is really a gift. I'm telling you, we can go anywhere and survive for it.
Earlier in our episode, we started discussing, some things about Detroit that we love. Of course, we talk about the Conies, and we talked about, jitting at one point, or even like parties or the slang. Tell us one of your favorite slangs from Detroit. Just say something.
Something
that you consistently use and you say every day, and you be like, yeah, that's a damn Detroit thing.
I'm screaming. I say I'm screaming all the time.
You fucking do. That's for sure.
Yeah, like if anybody say something or do something that like makes me feel awkward or like something that's just like, what? You know, I'm screaming. Like, you know, so I think that's something that's Detroit lingo for sure. That since I've been down in Houston, people tell me like, "What do you mean you're screaming?"
I swear.
Like, I'm not really screaming. It's just an internal scream, you know. So.
Right. Oh my God!
Get me out of here.
Exactly.
So now, are you a fan of like Coney when you here? Like when you was living here, was you at the Coney?
Oh yeah. Granny's over there on Outer Drive. Zorba's over there on
Zorba's.
Yes, we was just talking about that shit. Like, so they feel like National Coney Island is not a real Coney Island.
I mean, it's a Coney Island. It's just a chain. It's not like one of your hole in the wall Coneys.
Okay.
National Coney Island is like suburban Coney.
Yeah, it's like a red
Don't let
olive.
them fool you.
Okay, it's like a red olive. It's like a diner at this point. Yeah, it's a diner.
Exactly.
Yes. So, like I said, like, you know, Detroit has a lot of opportunities, Kev, and recently you made a huge transition to Houston, H-Town, and that's kind of a big thing. How was that transition for you?
I was just feeling very stagnant where I was. I felt like I do really well with radical change.
Yeah.
So I think that I kind of put myself in a position, if you grew up in church, you always learn that sometimes when you are comfortable in your current situation, there's no room or no way for you to receive a blessing, you know? So I feel like I had to get uncomfortable to be able to grow, you know, more as a person. Like, you know, I had just turned 26 this year, you know, I'm having a midlife crisis. I'm like, what am I going to do?
Midlife at 26, baby.
Right, though. Right. No, the pressure be on for sure.
No, for real. Yeah, the pressure is really on. So it's just kind of like, I think I just made that decision to make change in my life in a positive direction. I wasn't doing bad in Detroit at all by any means, but you know, I just had my mom there to like make sure I can like if I wanted to go out on the weekend and blow $500, I could, because you know, I had a support system behind me that was almost enabling me to do so. So kind of just being out on my own with nobody really to turn to and nobody to look for that assistance really helped me like better myself. I done started a savings account since I came down here. Yeah. You know, just things like that just kind of make me look at the bigger picture on a grand scale level.
Absolutely. I feel like I kind of got that same experience early on, but like it was like, so when we graduated, I decided to go to Arkansas, and I feel like that was the best. And even though it wasn't like ideal, you know, but it was the best decision I ever made, because out there I learned how to survive. Like I learned how to do this shit on my own, and luckily I was still very young at that stage in my life. So I feel you there when you say sometimes you just need to separate, you know, from what you're comfortable with and kind of get yourself into an environment to where you don't have anybody, so that you can learn that, you know, like that survival skill kind of.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And that's really definitely one of the main reasons why. And also just to experience something different. You know, like I said, I'm on that other side of my 20s now, where I feel like, you know, I just kind of had a conversation to myself, like if I have an opportunity to move somewhere else and just experience different culture, why not? You know? And also I just visited Houston a few times, and I kind of love the culture of Houston and kind of what it had to give to me. So
right. Now, I will say, I've been knowing you for years, brother. Like, of course, we are super close. You have so much talent, so I hate to see the talent leave the city and go to other cities. But of course, that is something that's inevitable. However, I think it is like your reasoning for, you know, that decision is good. What do you feel some of the downfalls like Detroit have when it comes to like networking or anything? Like, what do you feel like we can kind of improve on?
I just feel like Detroit is like last week, you know what I'm saying? And unfortunately, we're so last week because of the crab in the barrel mentality that we have in our community, unfortunately. I think that, you know, one thing there's a really clear difference between Houston and Detroit is, you know, in Houston, everybody want to see you win. If you got a product, we fucking with it if it's actually really good. Detroit is just a different, you know, je ne sais quoi when it comes down to a lot of things, because we literally got our shit out of the mud.
True.
So when you get your things out of the mud, it's so difficult to be light, to be be nice, to be almost to have customer service. You're like, there's a lot of things that we go through just to get what we got in the city. By the time we get it, our mentality is so fucked up, and so like, well, I had to do all of this. I'm not putting nobody else on. Or if you do come to my stuff, I'm not going to think about, how the service is. There's a lot of things that Detroit faces, but it's not really our fault. It's so economical. It's so political, really. We're like I said, we're a city who had to get our shit out of the mud. So it's like when you get your shit out of the mud,
it hit a little different.
It hit a little different. It really do. So I think that, one of the downfalls is just that crab in the barrel mentality, just due to the fact that we don't have as much opportunity as other cities.
Absolutely. I mean, I never thought about it from that perspective, but I was talking about the crab in the barrel mentality that we have earlier. Like, that is one of our biggest downfalls. Like, if I win, I don't want to tell you my recipe because I feel like you're going to outdo me. We kind of have that mindset instead of, yes, I'll give it to you and we can all eat together, type of situation. So that definitely resides.
Exactly. Yeah. So that's why I definitely just reconsidered living in Detroit, because like I said, even for what I wanted to do, it's just like I don't like to kiss ass or feel like I have to kiss ass or feel like I got to be friends with this person. Like, if we can have strictly of a business relationship, we would go further in Detroit. But people want to be friends, and it's just really messy. Really.
Yeah, it really is. Yeah,
it's really messy.
It can get there sometimes, but I feel like this is what we start these type of conversations. Like, somebody got to do it, and I do feel like I feel like we're getting better. I know you mentioned like you feel like Detroit is last week. Can you provide some more context?
So like Houston is today, and Detroit is last week. So that means that Detroit is late. You know what I'm saying? Like, everything we're doing in Detroit is so far behind. Even when it comes down to laws, infrastructure, culture, opportunity, we're very behind. And for us to live in 2021 and for you to live in Detroit, you would think that we haven't made so much progress. But if you go to a different city, you will see that the world is actually moving at a faster pace than we're living in Detroit. And when I realized that, I said, I need to get the fuck ASAP, because I'm behind. I'm living in last week while motherfuckers are out here living in today. And really, it's unfair for a lot of people, the people who have the money, people who have the patience, to invest in their dreams down there, should I say up there, more power to you. But for me, I just know that I can't wait. The time is now. Today is today. And why live in last week if you have an option to live in today?
Yeah, I think we talk about evolution a lot. We talk about evolving, becoming better. And I do see where our city actually has kind of like a default in that, where we don't grow as fast as others, for sure. But like other states have their issues too, that have to come up to speed of everything. Like, I know you're in Texas now, and I know not too long ago Texas was under scrutiny for their like abortion laws that they were trying to implement and things of that nature. And I think one thing I would say about Detroit as well is something that I would love to see more people advocate for those changes, because soon as like that type of law was presented to the public, you've seen a lot of citizens advocate for change. You've seen a lot of people come up and speak out on it, and I would love to see that in the city more when we see things that's not right for our people, because Detroit is predominantly Black, and a lot of things that we have, it wasn't because we earned it a lot, it was given to us like scraps. So right. Like that mentality of us like making the best out of what we got is kind of what we know. And I think it's also too, when we talk about our parents and their parents who came here first, and they basically made the best out of what they had and what they was given. Yeah. And I think the benefit of us being here now in the present is that we have an opportunity to change this. I think it's not fair. We talk about how things aren't good or how our parents didn't prepare us for stuff, and yet we have children and yet we still continue on with the cycle of not preparing them or not providing them certain things. I feel like I always think about this, like when you a kid and kids be talking about, oh, you can't afford this, or you don't got this, or kids be like, I want this. And it's like, they shouldn't feel bad because they want something more and better. But I think as parents, we just got to do, or well, I'm not a parent, but as people, we got to do better in providing that to them, but also teaching them the understanding of gratitude and where it comes from. You know what I'm saying?
And absolutely.
I think that's super important and imperative for us.
Yeah, and just to piggyback off what you're saying about the abortion law, like what's crazy is I've had the opportunity to live in 2 Republican states and 1 Democrat state. Majority of my life, I lived in a Democratic state. With me living in those Democratic states, I lived my worst life.
Okay.
As an African-American male, I lived in Arizona 1 year when I was in high school, and now I live in Texas, which are both Republican states. I think that it's a shame that we've been played. Really, we haven't played, because when you look at the play on both sides, you almost seem like, damn, like you're damned if you do, you damned if you don't.
Yeah.
Because when you have a Republican state, they believe in very Christian based religions and all that good stuff. And the Democratic states, they like, well, hell, do what you want to do. They like, do what you want. And sorry, guys, I'm babysitting right now. Okay. And somebody's at my door. So there's a lot going on.
But no, I feel you. I've seen that too. We talked about this on one of our episodes that we've already done about how I'm thinking about switching over to Republican. But then right now I don't feel like I'm either. I can't say that I'm a Republican or a Democrat.
I'm a green.
Right.
Like whatever's making the most sense at the time. I feel like, I don't know. Democrats been just irritating the fuck out of me lately, honestly, like with this COVID stuff, and like I feel like giving out more money than what's needed. Just a lot of things that I feel like are crippling our people purposely. Like you take Joe Biden recently took like a crazy amount of money from Black colleges down. It was like something like $50 billion in funding for like HBCUs, and then it goes down to $2 billion. But it's other things that you can cut from that would make more sense. But it's just like it's not happening, and it's so hard. But I don't want to get into politics too much. But I'm just saying, Democrats been irking my nerves a little bit since they've been on.
Yeah. Yep. So that's why I would just say, like, because it's very hard to see who's for you. I would say that Republicans, I don't think that they're racist. I think that they're
not all of them. I'll say
they may be classist, right? Not all of them,
right?
They may be very classist, evidently, because obviously their rule is in play. Is like, hey, get money. Here's a job opportunity. Capitalize off of it, and do the best that you can do, and you should land on your feet. That's their philosophy. Democrats are like, oh, you need some help,
Yeah.
Here's this bridge card. Continue to work your little bullshit job. So that's the hard.
It cripples our people.
It cripples our people in a sense. So I think that what we lack in Detroit, and especially in the Black community in general, is leadership.
Oh my fucking God!
We really can't go far enough without another leader, and I think that leaders are scared because they kill our leaders. How can you fault them for hiding in the shadows or not really being progressive, because they can kill you? You know what I'm saying? Which they have done. So it's like, not only have they crippled us, they have instilled fear in us. And we as a community in Detroit, we got to come up with a plan. You know what I'm saying? We really need a progressive mayor. I'm not even going to say that he has to be Black, but I think that we need a progressive mayor that's going to actually implement things in the community, that's going to propel our education. We need our streets, our job opportunities, things like that.
Man, and
stay focused on the downtown area, and because Dan Gilbert, he got that covered, So.
Yeah, Dan got that covered on lock. Okay, Dan got downtown together real quick. I fucking agree. I was just thinking like one of our major downfalls, I feel like, was Kwame, in my personal opinion.
You think so?
I do. People say that like when Kwame was in office, that's when Detroit was like booming, like Detroit was the shit. And I just feel like a lot of our problem is everybody fucking fraud. Like a lot of the people that we vote into office, especially for Detroit, like mayors, what's the word I'm looking for? Like they be biased. Like they're none of them are real or have real beliefs in the city or what the city could do. They just, be doing all types of shit like crime and yes, mayors, like all type of fraudulent activity. It's like, who the fuck can you trust? Like,
yeah, I definitely agree. So, it's a lot of political things behind Detroit that we definitely have to figure out.
Yeah.
And just to kind of see who's for us, who's not for us. And like I said, just kind of coming up with rewriting our plan. I feel like every generation in the Black community had a plan. For some odd reason, today we don't have a plan. We just like, shit, we gonna get it out here how we live, and that's what it is.
Right.
So, but unfortunately, we lost that sense of community with helping each other and also to piggyback off of politics too, because I didn't want to talk about it too much either. But and Republicans believe that it shouldn't be so easy for immigrants to get here. To me, I believe that too.
I believe that too. No, real shit.
Real shit.
I was wondering why, like, everybody was like, I mean, I don't agree with the whips and all that bullshit, but like the situation that happened at the border recently, like, honestly, they can't just come over here. Like, what do y'all want them to do? Like, they can't just come over here like that.
Yeah, no, and I was really more looking at it on a standpoint of them actually becoming a citizen and benefiting off of the luxuries of immigrants that come to America. Yeah, unfortunately, our culture, we're not immigrants. We are descendants of slaves. So it's like when you have a culture like, let's say for example, when you look up and look at Detroit, damn, all the gas stations, all the fish fry places, all the beauty supplies, all the nail spots, everywhere we fucking shop at, none of those are owned by our people. Why are they owned? But you ask yourself, why are they owned by the Chaldeans and the Asians and the this and the that? Because they benefit from the foreign policy.
Citizenship. Yeah.
Yeah, they benefit from foreign policy. While meanwhile, it's like an open market on our communities. So we don't have no policies. We don't benefit from no type of shit, but we're constantly told to be better. We're constantly told to fight harder.
To work harder,
we're always
better.
At a disadvantage. Exactly.
Yeah, honestly.
So that portion of it kind of makes a lot of sense to me from the Republican standpoint, because again, Democrats are thinking about how it's an open free market on the Black community, and we still don't have the shit that we need. So it's like if immigrants are given, and if immigrants are given this foreign policy privilege, why haven't we been given our reparations? Why haven't we been given some type of...
We would just talk about that. Yes, reparations.
Yeah, it only makes sense, but
what can you do?
But they're not providing any definite structure, because if it was a fair game, then it was, because they probably benefit off of that too. Like, far as like, I know I used to work at a bank, and people used to say like when people come over, trying to be better with my verbiage, but when people come over, of course they're like tax exempt and all those things. As soon as I caught a job at 16, they was taking taxes on my stuff. I'm like,
exactly.
Where's the consideration? I just immigrated from being a child to being a semi-adult. What's going on? You ain't gonna give me no little leeway?
Right.
No, man.
No, man.
That goes back into the restructure of our laws, but it's also the point of how they do it. Sometimes,
exactly.
Like we said, like it's like the way they had people at the borders with the whips and stuff. That was just disgusting to me. I did not like it. It can be
absolutely.
Like, when we talk about people being in these facilities and they have kids in cages and things like that, that's disgusting to me as well, because
that is inhumane.
Yeah, and it's not fair. But I feel like if you have a strict policy on how they enter our country,
inhumane.
But I feel like if they have a strict policy on how how it's entering to our country in a correct form, I think it would be better. But I feel like the United States feels like they owe certain countries or certain individuals certain leeways because for the most part, we are the most indebted. Like, it's so many people who have helped us that we feel like we give people passes, in my opinion. But I mean, I agree with y'all for the most part. But I'm about to, the way this country looking, I'm about to, it's not Detroit, it's the country. I'm about to go ahead and make my way back to the motherland where they took me from. I'm about to migrate back.
I agree. Unfortunately, but it's like, okay, so this is the conversation. This is where we at realistically. How do we still win? Is it just to escape Detroit and to go to another state and try to win? Or can we build here in our city? And I feel like we can.
We can build, but I feel like it's also the people itself. Like, we can talk about what we need and how we need things to be, but if no one's putting action behind it, then what's the point of having a dream when you're not putting putting that to pen to paper to pad, whatever.
Yeah. Right. And that kind of goes back to my example of Detroit being last week, like you said, like, what do we do? How can we win? I think that you just kind of go to the most progressive city that there is, really, and try to gain capital there, which I did. That was one of my game plans. Like I said, because I kind of like, so I'm still working for one of the largest managers in the nation. And it's very lucrative, don't get me wrong, but I know that I need to probably soil my roots here a little bit more. And the only way to do that would probably be to actually work in the city of Houston. So, I have some decisions to make, but right now I'm just, going along with the time and making the connections that I can when I can and making sure that I capitalize on all of those.
Yeah. Well, brother, I am for sure happy for you. And I wish you all the success and positive vibes while you're in Houston. I just want to see Detroit win, though, like, I just really feel that we can. And I feel like we've come a long way, although we have a long way to go. But just the passion and like what we have, I can't explain it, but it's just the energy that we give off in Detroit is so powerful. And once we figure out the key, I feel like a lot of doors will start to open up more. But yeah, I did just want to thank you for coming on.
Thank you.
Yeah, of course. Thank you guys for having me. And I guess, yeah, I appreciate it. Yeah, I hope this conversation was lucrative to a lot of people, and I hope it reaches a mass audience.
Absolutely.
Now, before you go, though, I need to know one good thing about Detroit. What is one thing that you miss about us? What's one thing you appreciate about us?
I definitely love and enjoy my family and my friends that are there. Without them, I wouldn't be the person who I am today. So I definitely love the culture, as far as like just when it's on a positive note. And with Detroit positive, when it's the summertime and you get to ride with your windows down, riding down Jefferson, hitting Belle Isle, things like that, I'm definitely going to miss. I love the fresh water.
Yeah.
Even like the consumption of that water, you know what I'm saying? Like, people just take that for granted, but we really are spoiled in the city of Detroit when it comes down to clean and fresh water. But yeah, so just things like that, like the culture, the food, my family, the friends, and just kind of, I do appreciate the ghetto-ness of it too. We're really in your face. We tell like it is, and it's really raunchy, Yeah, we don't take no shit, so, and it makes you feel like you can survive anywhere. You grew up in Detroit. I'm good in every hood, you know what I'm saying? For real. Cause it's like, I know how to, I know how to talk, I know how to walk, when that time
Period.
comes.
One thing about it,
time comes, yeah.
You can finesse, period.
Finesse. That's what it's all about. Like I said, when you grow up in Detroit, you can literally survive anywhere. So, I think that's really one of the things that I appreciate for making me such a strong individual and being able to take on the rest of the world. So, yeah.
Well, make sure when you do become that millionaire, honey, you give back to the city. Give back to the
trust
people.
me, I be having dreams all the time. Man, I'm coming up buying Van Dyke.
Come and give back to the city. But we love you, Kev. Thank you for stopping through.
Y'all too. Thank you. Appreciate it. Y'all take care.
All right, y'all. So yeah, just to bring it all in, at the end of the day, Detroit, like any other city, does have its ups and its downs. But at the end of the day, we are one of the most inspirational, passionate, hustling, get it out the mud.
Absolutely.
Hype. I mean, we bring everything to you. Like, we come with a lot of a lot of traits that are just not like known in other cities. It's just a difference, and I think that's one of the most positive things about us is that we'll never give the fuck up. You can never stop somebody from Detroit. I swear, like we gonna get it regardless. Thank y'all. Shout out to the city, Detroit versus everybody. It's been another one. I want to give a prop out to my wonderful co-host, Arizona Rhyme, who had to step away, but he'll be with us next week. And Brittany, aka NeNe Hurd. We love y'all, and we'll see y'all next week. Over and out.